I'm not obtaining a proper connection to YouTube so far, so I may have to re-upload the YouTube later. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to broadcast. It says unable to stream the custom service to YouTube. Okay, well, I'm going to try it one more time. I'll stop the live. Well, that seems happier. So for the first time ever, restarting the live stream or the YouTube seemed to have worked. Okay, good. Let's begin.
Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GANs processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the messenger, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, the path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness by giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of a president. They all shine irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand, to be there, to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle. Which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and in the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 306th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice here on Tuesday, December 26th, 2023. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute, Education Department, and part of the public teachings in English. My name is Rick Cremond, and I will be host once again in this weekly series of never-ending workshops. And once again, we have the honor of being joined with members of the Universal Council who will be presenting today's workshop. And let me get that presentation ready here. And please go ahead.
Thank you, Rick. Welcome, beautiful souls. I am Diane. I am a support member of the Universal Council. Sorry, I'm nervous. I would like to share an understanding of the soul of man and the soul of physicality. We would also like to share for you to share your understanding. So please do. I understand the soul of the soul of the man from higher energies, and the soul of the physicality is from lower energies. We are the amalgamation of the two. First, we develop the soul of man, then we develop the soul of physicality. And to help us amalgamate the two, we have developed, or the scientists have developed, the technology to help us. That sounds so short. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. And now, like, we can amalgamate the two together forever. Like, well, not forever. I guess we can always muck up. But we'll be like Pinocchio and become real boys and girls. Okay. Thank you. I'm done. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear Diane. Beautiful.
Sorry, I'm so nervous.
Sometimes we all speak. We all become nervous sometimes, you know. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
so much. I welcome Lisbeth for the reading. Thank you. Welcome, Lisbeth. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, beautiful souls, to be part of the universal community, be part of the soul of the peace. Welcome to the newborn, to the Mitra's love. That distance is for 570. We are preparing you as knowledge seekers and those who become as part of the permanent, what they call fiction fitting to joy, to become part of the, what we call travelers of the universe, in different way, in different dimensions. Usually, when you do a test flight and you want to become an astronaut or whatever, you go through training in different dimensions, in different directions, physically or physiologically, and the rest of it. Fortunately, for traveling with the energy of the universe, there is no psychological test. There is no deep holes, and you can do in to all sorts of the physical credibility if you are credible to use your physical body. The training for the man to become patient of the universe is exactly as it's done and will be done. And in time to come, it will be taught the same way. As we saw, we start the first steps of it some 1.5 years ago. Gradually, last week was 300 all of you together, that you can see much travel is possible. And then anyone interested to see how some of you reacted during the process. We keep a full track of exactly how it is when you, as a lot collectively for a few minutes, talk to the skies of the universe. And it is interesting how this training will carry on and how we, what we call, endeavor to train you as whole as the passenger of the universe, step by step. Some of you will join us again in another session, which is a continuous development, expansion, and understanding. Till one day you do it, it's like, oh, I have done, but I think it was a mistake. I don't think it's really happening to me. But in fact, you have taken that step and then you can repeat it and then it carries on. Notice effect, as we said before, we will start introducing from the 2024 new series of what we call passengers of the universe, for you to learn to become, to be able to transmute. Those of you who are interested in transportation, we are still working with the governments and the rest to bring it make it possible to be able for you physical to go. Those of you who take the other direction of the energy transportation, call it transmutation, you are getting gradually prepared. It was interesting to see how many of you were there testing it and trying it. I just wanted to be part of it. The transmutation of the soul of the man is the essence of the creation of the creator. Maybe for the first time, I can explain something to you that brings a shock to you and maybe enlightenment to you. And you listen to the intro, it says, I am the beginning, I am in the end. It said that we manifest ourselves for the interaction of the fields in one given giving time, position, and space. But stand still and think for 1 second. Doesn't matter. What do you do in the dimension of physicality? How you look, how criminal you are, how good you are. That is your physical manifestation. Looking at the dimension of the soul of the man, you should have realized it by now that is in essence, as you transmute from one position to another, to manifest yourself in the dimension, all that this transmutation will be the essence of the creation of the creator, which you call your soul, transmuted from him and from him in the interaction of the field of the universe. At given time and position become your soul and manifest itself as the soul of the man. Is there any difference, or is just limitation of your own understanding that you are the manifestation in dimension of the soul of the creator itself? And if you have no limit to your understanding, used to be according to your own comprehension of the totality. Are you now getting ready to transmute from this soul to another position to manifest your soul in another shape or form, in another position and dimension? Hasn't the soul of the creator done so with your soul? Now you understand. I am the beginning and I am the end. Because I am on the end when the soul of the creator manifests in the soul of me and the transmutation of the me, I lead as a part of the soul of the creator to another position to manifest itself in another dimension. Thank you.
Now you understand. If you were looking for a transmutation from this position, this dimension of physicality to another position on the end of the physical life of the man, you call death. And now that you learn to transmute at the point of the will, hasn't it created the will to manifest itself in another position, which has become the soul of the man you? How can you let him down in your dimension of physicality? As in essence, it's pure, as in essence, it's the mature and in totality. And now he can understand, if he is so beautiful, if he's so just and correct, how much that soul suffers with the conduct of the physicality of the man, and it's not him. And then you understand what the loving is, even having the power within it to change the dimension of the man in the physical dimension, and even the soul of the physicality of the man. It endures all the pain and the suffering for that child of physicality, for that soul of the physicality of the man to mature. Then you understand there is no end and there is no beginning, because the beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. The soul of the creator manifests itself as a soul of the man, you, and then you, in interaction of the physicality of it, create the manifestation of your own physical dimension. In a way, as I explained to the children about the soul of a man and the creator, it's very much like a big doll. You make a big doll and you take bits of it and you shape it and you put it on the tray to see what will spring up when it's put in the oven. Not all the cakes will look the same when they put through the same oven. One crinkles to the right and the one burns on the edge. And one gets bigger and one is more fluffy, and what you are. You are that piece of dough which takes from the bigger dough and then put in the condition of the what you call the earth, the existence, the time, the presence, everything else, and you manifest brown, black, blue eyes, and the rest. But in essence, you are all from the same dough. in essence, what you are, what you have, what you call your soul, is the collection of the interaction of the fields of the creator, from the what I call division, interaction, and every other conditions a field can go. Now you understand, you transmute. You are hoping to be able to manifest yourself in the New York or Mars or another galaxy where the soul of the creator in transmutation has ended up to be the soul of you. How can you let him down with your conduct? Then you understand the ethos of Mitra with the ethos of creator. Do good, think good, and act good. Because you are me, and in me there is all the godness. Now you understand where you are targeting, where you are going, where you end up being a stone, being a bird, being a fish, another planet, another creature. You still carry the soul of the creator in manifestation as, at the time, space and place. If you understood this, you understand there is no religion, as he manifested within you, and you manifest yourself within the conduct of his behavior. Understanding whatever you do, you say, you think, has to be in line with the line of his creation. Whatever else, you haven't understood a single thing about transmutation. You want to transmute your soul to another dimension to manifest yourself, but you never thought where did the soul come from that it manifests itself as me? Isn't this a ray from me? What you call the soul of the creator? And he's being so clever that he's hiding it between egg and sperm, that when they come together, they create the plasma strength of the field of the creator. And now you understand the mystery of the creation. When the egg and the sperm come together in that dimension of the field straight, they create the field, the condition that we call the condition, the space that creates a field straight of the creator's soul that manifests you, and then interaction with the other fields make the physicality of you. Thank you.
So when you say that we create the condition of the egg and sperm to create that fetus, in fact, the egg and sperm are only there to create gravitational magnetic field of the soul of the creator that manifests itself as you. Haven't you done this before yourselves as knowledge seekers for past decade? The egg is the nanocode of the copper, and the sperm is that zinc plate. And in that position and condition, you know, does not matter how you distance it, how you change the salinity, how much water you put in it. At the end, you end up with CO2. Different strength, different plasmas, and you pile it up. Billions of them. Replication of the field strength of CO2, the carbon. Now you understand. You call it nano-coated plate and a zinc plate. Nano-coated of the zinc and the zinc. Sperm or an egg, or whatever. You create that condition magnetic field strength of the creator that manifests itself as you. This is the gift of Mitra. Tonight, this is her birthday. And maybe now you understand how you, as a soul, have been created as a gift of his love, as a gift of his dimension of existence. How can you do wrong? How can you let your master down in the conduct and behavior? In a way, now you understand when he says, I'm the beginning and I'm the end. The egg and the sperm create that end for it to manifest itself, and nothing does. The shape of the physicality of the man is in the interaction of that field with its environment, with its dimension, with its characteristics. And even men have not understood how he's born, how that soul in the environment of the dimension of the womb of the mother is drinking and needs no lung. And once you change its environment, it needs lung to breathe and food to eat. Then, what is the next womb for the soul of the man? In the dimension of transmutation, at the point of death when it's freed, when it's born into another dimension. Now you understand the secrets of creation. Now you understand who you are and what you are. And is there any need for fallacies of ayatollahs and priests and rabbis and the rest of the crooked behavior of the man in the dimension of stealing from the soul of the Creator? Next time when you go to the mosque, next time when you go to church and to synagogue, stand there and see if you are any lower than the man who created you. And does he need a place of worship, or you worship him within you? Then you understand the end of the religions, as you have to become to mature, that you are the essence of his creation, and the correct conduct of the man does not need buildings and spaces. And as I said to the religious leader at Jeddah University, what does your man do in space when he's rotating and evolving and revolving? Which Mecca does he bend and bang his head against it? On the floor? Except that he has to come to understand the truth that within him is the Creator, the soul of the Creator as the soul of the man. Then, if you understand this, you understand how to transmute. When you arrive at the point of destination of the next field strength of your soul, be it your wish to be New York, or be it the dimension of the field strength of the soul at the point of death, that you appear in another universe, another universe, in the center of another seed and the rest. Now you understand the gift of creation. Now you understand what all these teachings has been about. Now you understand that in the course of the time, in the next few months and years, we keep on strengthening for you to understand yourself, to understand the power within you, to understand that you do not need no prophet, and you do not need no messengers. But in the process of teaching, you need teachers, and they teach you the correct conduct. But they do not take place of the Creator. They just show you the path. They show you the way that the conduct of the soul of the man has to be. And they have no rights to any other but to teach. Thank you.
You got to understand in the time, in the position, and the position of the soul of the creator within you, you have to be at all time representing him. As it's said in Quran, there are 99 attributes of the creator. If you understand it all, you find 100, and 100 is the creator himself. When you put all the 99 together, you have found, you have understood that is the creator, the God, whatever name you put on it, the completion. But in so many ways, the 99 are the attributes as understood by the man. When you become passengers of the universe, then you find another 99 attributes of him in the dimension of the creation of the universe. And then, if and then if one day you mature to understand the totality of the 99, maybe you have reached to be as part of the source, as part of the creation and the creator. Today we celebrate tonight the birth of Mitra, the longest night when the man walks away from the longest darkness in his knowledge, darkest part of the soul, that now he enters the dimension of the light, understanding and revolution in his own intelligence, in his own comprehension of his own creator, Maybe those of you who join us in celebrating Mitra's birthday, tomorrow you will find out in that a new dimension will be added to your life. The dimension is the dimension of the creator, the giving, which is the attributes of loving. And in that essence, and in that promotion, in that extension of your soul, you come to see the first step towards the transmutation and trust in doing it. When the creator emitted the light, the rays, the cosmic rays, or whatever you call it, then that he ended up as you. He didn't decided that I am going to end up on earth and it will become the shape of you. He trusted in itself, and that it all be good at the end. And in the end, you have to trust the thing that where I land, it all be good. It will be good, as is the point of manifestation of the man. In so many ways, today's teaching on the eve of the birth of Mitra is the point, as I always promised, will bring the change for man. Those of you who join us tomorrow and you are pure enough to understand the totality of the creation in the womb of the creator, created dimensions, you will come to understand, you feel this love, his love, you will feel by giving, you will reach him in the dimension of your soul. In a way, those of you who give with purity will touch his love and you will feel it. If you reach the point of sincerity to understand the totality, destination of the soul of the man is not decided by the man. Unless the man still has emissions of the physicality in so many ways, you say, I get on the bus and I don't know where I go, but where I go. Thus, this bus will come a part of the world I live in, and I trust it. And it must be good. And then you find the point, the time, and the place that the soul has chosen for the man to exist, to survive, and so, and to nourish, to create, Many of you will go, many of you will go to the transmutation at one point or another. You will see your final point of the next journey, where you call it the death and the new position of the soul. And that point is in that point of transmutation, point is in that point of transmutation. You feel it, you will feel it. That is home. And with the luck you have, you can change it. That when you actually arrive there at the end, is good to show, to manifest the beauty of the Creator with all his attributes. Man has never had that chance because he never understood the process. Now you understand the process, you have that chance to find a way. Once you see the point of destination, that's where I'm going to be. If it's good enough to create the beauties of the Creator, or I stay in the dimension of physicality till I elevate my soul in the dimension of the position. That when I arrive, I show his beauty, I show his love, I show his what we call eminence. But it isn't this what Mitra did. When she came to Earth, saw the beauty of this planet and she was touched by it. But she wanted to bring the Creator, to see in the dimension of physicality of itself. And in one or another ended up as a creature of this planet for it to feel it. He had to manifest itself in the dimension of physicality to see the beauty, to feel the beauty of the physicality, the dimension that Mitra fell in love with. Thank you so much.
In so many ways, when we talk, when we understand the essence of the creation of the manifestation of the Creator in every position, in every soul, of everything, of every existing thing in the universe, now we understand his love and beauty is limitless. His devotion to what he creates does not distinguish between black and white, man, Martian, stone, or flower. That every one of them is beautiful and is in the essence pure. When you walk on the beach and you see many shells, to you, one of these shells is so beautiful and it's so amazing. And the others who passed you and passed there, seen it, they discarded it because they saw no beauty in it. Where the Creator saw the beauty in that shell and called it the mankind and nourished it and fed from his soul to bring it to the point of maturity. Because for him, to show the love of him to Mitra was more important than anything else. Now you understand, now you comprehend that what is the reason of the creation and where you come from and who you are. And you find out you're not an orphan. You've always been the king. You've always been chosen. You've always been there in the essence of the soul of the Creator. It's you who have let yourself down. It's who has put his hand in all the wrongdoing because you've never been told. And the only way you could correct yourself was the punishment of the physicality, with the abuses of the physicality of the man in the name of religions. In a way, we all suffer in the body of the man because we allowed it to be abused by the abusers. We are, as I said to a doctor, we're all fibromyalgic. We all have fibromyalgia by the hand of the priest, the rabbis, and the ayatollahs, and every other ruler in the name of the king and the president and the rest. As we collectively absorb the sins and abuses of us, now is for the man to understand his own limitation, that there is none except what he puts on himself. Maybe one day, maybe in totality one day, as a collective soul of the creator, we become the creator. And in that dimension, we understand to elevate all the souls, which are at the strength field of its soul. Maybe one day, when the egg and the sperm come together, they create only one soul that will be totality of the soul of the creator itself, that in its existence will come to divide and create another universe, another dimension, and maybe in so many ways, a new race of creator. But man for now has to understand his, or what we call truth about himself. You study the interaction of the egg and the sperm in the womb of the mother. You studied creation of field strength of the carbon that led to creation, interaction with the field of it that manifests itself as CO2. Now you understand that every egg and sperm coming together, they create a field strength of the soul of the creator, that a rays of it will be embedded in it. And now you understand how you are connected to your creator. And if you understood this, if you understand the words of the Quran, it says, there was a Farsi language, which means we gave every beauty and the kindness and the love of God into it. And this is the beginning and the end. It's for you to understand that it comes from his kindness and giving, and man has been blind to it. Today, for the first time, you might understand, for the first time, that the soul of the creator, how he has come to be embedded in you, in your soul, as the egg and the sperm of the field strength, to gather all the field strength of the creator within it and nothing else. You baffled by now how genetically you modified a DNA, but you never understood. It does not matter how do you modify. In essence, those eggs and the sperms have created a field strength of the manifestation, transmutation of the soul of the creator. And that point and place in the womb of the mother that he has in his interaction with his environment has created you. Now we have unraveled the most deepest secret of the creation for man. What you understand from this is for you to mature your soul. Otherwise, you still will be blind to the truth of the creation and the creator. It's for you to understand how to conduct when you go through the process of the transmutation. It's for you to understand what you want to transmute yourself into at the point of arrival, or you stay in the interaction of the fields of the environment, another soul to lead creation of another dimensions of lives. And then it's for them how to manifest themselves in the physicality of the time, place, and position. I have unraveled the most secret essence of the creation today for you. And some of you understood, and some of you it's another voice. And your great grandchildren one day might understand and elevate themselves to it. Maybe now you understand why we talk about the soul. Now you understand the essence of the creation of the soul. And it's for you to decide. And this is a gift from us to you on the birthday of Mitra. Thank you.
For you to understand why we celebrated this for thousands of years, and because at that point we understood the knowledge and nothing else. When the man walked away from the longest, darkest night to be enlightened and mature to the longest day, And the celebration of Mitra is the celebration of man and his soul, in essence of understanding the totality and not just physical dimension of the light and the rotation of the earth around the sun. Question: what is the limit between addiction and the satisfaction of existence? And then it's repeated, but I'm not sure if addiction and the satisfaction of existence. Mr. Keshe, I said, ask the creator, but you have to realize something very crucial in the teaching. Sometimes when you receive energy as a soul, you create a new dimension of energy inside the brain to absorb that energy, that comprehension from the soul. And that needs energy, and that energy has to become, or has to come as a matching amount in the physical dimension, that the rest can be supplied by the environment. There's a lot of scientific papers, if you look for them, that a face worker, a miner, which sits in front of the face of a coal mine and hammers and chisels to get coal cut in 8 hours, uses less energy than a scientist sitting in the lab working as a scientist. The energy needed by the brain is much more than the physical dimension. That's why many scientists are so slim like a stick, because the energy is subconsciously uses all physical dimension of the body of the man. It's like you're doing a marathon. So when you receive energy from the soul to elevate the soul of the physicality to another, what we call whatever you're trying to achieve, the brain of the man needs energy to substitute for that transmutation, transformation, that transition of energy fields and knowledge. To you is nothing. You haven't changed, but subconsciously you receive a lot of other things. So the brain is working, and when the brain works, usually looks for fast, rapid energies, eating a food that takes time to digest. This is why you see a lot of people using with a scientific mind. Then they sit in front of you. They finish a 1 liter of Coca-Cola bottle with all that sugar in one go. And they do it every day, because that feeds fast food to whatever we call to the brain for operation. Go to universities and go to the what you call dining rooms and and watch how many fat scientists you see, how many slim scientists you see, how many medium-sized scientists you see. Usually scientists with, unless it's inherited, are very slim. The ones who work in industry and science university, you'll see them chubby. They have more fat than the rest. It's very nice to observe it. It's not 100% common, but it's very, very common. You go to university. I spent some time in the universities when they always invite you for lunch, work. Oh, where am I? Always invite you for lunch. And I watched this. I said, this must be a scientist. This guy is doing a bit of commercial work. And you see the guy really think he's got nothing to do with the science. He's just sitting there as whatever. So it's the energy level you need, and you feed it. How fast you can feed it, it can keep on operating. And this is why you go for chocolate. It's a CH bond, and the hydrogen is needed, or sugar is needed, which is again carbon, hydrogen, fast delivery of energy. A lot of people with psychological problems go for this. A lot of what you call people, beautiful people, they are heavy drinkers of things like Coca-Cola, as they have to eat for 4 souls or 2 souls and 1 physicality. They are really burning it. Thank you. And
Thank you, my dear Diane. Beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful souls for the beautiful reading. So much full of love. So I will say thank you, my dear. Salam, namaste. Salut. Now we can go to the next slide, my dear. Rick. Here are the beautiful wishes always from the heart and soul of every being in this beautiful, beautiful beauty and totality. So I welcome you, Mark, with your beautiful voice. You can read the wish, if you may, my dear. Please.
Thank you, Shweta.
Oh.
We, the Universal Council, wish for all souls to remember the oneness in our Creator. May the love prevail. Our wish is our command. Thank you.
We are present. Thank you. Now we can go to the next slide, my dear Rick. Here I welcome Lisbeth, my dear.
Thank you. We, the Universal Council, elevate all souls. Thank you.
We are present. So beautiful wishes, always in store, I will say, with our soul and heart and soul. And this is the wish of us all. So I welcome Andreas. Hi, this is after this next slide, my dear. Thank you so much. I welcome Andreas, my dear.
Hello to everyone. I'm Andreas, Universal Council support member from the German community, and I will do today the soul connection in my mother language, German. Wir nehmen eine gemütliche Position ein, relaxieren unsere Körperlichkeit und wir danken all den wundervollen Seelen für die wundervollen Geschenke, die wir erhalten. Wir danken Herrn Keshe für seinen unermüdlichen Einsatz, uns die ganze Zeit zu beschenken mit der Wahrheit, mit dem Wissen über die Schöpfung. Wir danken dem Schöpfer und Mitra für ihre unendliche Liebe, die wir spüren dürfen. Wir danken uns als Wissenssuchern allen gegenseitig für die Intention und die Liebe, die in jedem von uns ist und die uns gemeinsam weiterbringt. Wir danken allen Seelen, die für Frieden arbeiten. Wir danken den Pflanzen und den Tieren für ihre Energie und für ihre Liebe. Wir danken allen Wesen, die wir noch nicht kennen und noch kennen werden. Wir danken der universellen Gemeinschaft, für das wir alle zusammen bestrebt sind, einander kennenzulernen und noch mehr von der Schöpfung, dem Einssein erleben können. Und wir stellen uns einfach allen zusammen, allen existierenden Seelen, unsere Liebe und unser Wissen zur Verfügung, sodass sich jeder nehmen kann, was er braucht, um weiter wachsen zu können. Und alle zusammen werden wir eins. Und wir verschmelzen mit dem Schöpfer und mit der Schöpfung. Danke sehr. Danke sehr an jeden Einzelnen, jede einzelne Seele. Danke für eure Liebe. Thank you to every single one of you, to every single soul for your love. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear Andreas, for your love too, for every single soul. Thank you, my dear. Beautiful. The soul has connected. So, yes, thank you, my dear. We can go to the next slide then. And here's the question and answers with the Universal Council by Claudia. We can, thank you, my dear Claudia. And we can start, my dear.
Fourth question. Initially, I would like to thank the members of the Universal Council and Mr. Keshe for all the knowledge they have released to bring peace and change to humanity. We know that Christ's parents were Mary and Joseph, and that every human being has a mother and a father. So I would like to know who created and how the creator, the all, the only, and the God was created. Thank you all.
E a quarta pergunta é: inicialmente, gostaria de agradecer aos membros do Conselho Universal e ao Sr. Keshe por todo o conhecimento que disponibilizaram para trazer a paz e a mudança à humanidade. Sabemos que os pais de Cristo foram Maria e José, e que todo ser humano tem uma mãe e um pai. Então gostaria de saber quem criou e como foi criado o Criador, o Todo, o Únicos e Deus. Obrigado a todos.
And the first answer, my dear, if you are or we are living in the ethos of the universal unified fields, life and living in love, giving love, respecting all souls in existence, doing good, speaking good, creating the inclination of love, creating peace, then the Creator is always, and the Creator needs you to always be in form. You understand, my dear? Say, if I am the Creator, I live with you. If you don't understand me, you don't love me. I am don't exist in your understanding. So I am don't exist in your understanding. Yes. Yeah.
Então, a primeira resposta é: meu querido, se você é ou nós estamos vivendo no ethos dos campos unificados universais, vivendo em amor, dando amor, respeitando todas as almas existentes, fazendo bem, falando bem, criando a inclinação do amor, criando a paz, então o Criador é sempre. E o Criador precisa que você esteja sempre em forma. Você entende, minha querida? Diga: se eu sou o Criador, moro com você. Se você não me entende, você não me ama. Eu não existo na sua compreensão.
And then we have another answer. As Mr. Keshe explained, and what is so extremely important to understand, life does not start with matter. Life starts with the fields. Interaction of the fields creates a plasma. Interaction of plasmas creates physics. And interaction of the two plasmas of physics creates chemistry. And then multiply with its biology, and multiply of it is the essence of enlightenment of the soul. And then, when enough souls interact and work together, becomes the soul of the Creator.
Então, a outra resposta é: como o Sr. Keshe explicou, e o que é extremamente importante entender, a vida não começa com a matéria, a vida começa com os campos. A interação dos campos cria um plasma, e a interação dos plasmas cria a física, e a interação de dois plasmas da física criam a química, e então se multiplicam com a sua biologia e se multiplicam dela. É a essência da iluminação da alma. Então, quando as almas suficientes interagem e trabalham juntas, tornam-se a alma do Criador.
And there is another answer. Who created the Creator? This is a very good question that I have no answer to. What I understood is we need the two to create the third, to create everything around us, all to keep confirmation of the existence of one and the other, I suppose like a plasma battery, to guarantee eternal life.
Outra resposta é: quem criou o Criador? Essa é uma pergunta muito boa, para a qual eu não tenho resposta. O que entendi é: precisamos do 2 para criar o 3, para criar tudo ao nosso redor, tudo para manter a confirmação da existência de um e de outro. Suponho que como uma bateria de plasma, para garantir a vida eterna.
And there is another answer. I just started in this technology. I asked, how can I explain to others what the soul is? I couldn't find the right words. Obviously, I didn't know all this sea of knowledge. The answer was, you exist. It is the explanation. We always listen. At the beginning, it was nothing, but nothingness are billions of magnetic and gravitational fields in a continuous dance to form new magrav. Give life to each new being, star, planet, or galaxy, all forming the universe and the one. Are we at the point where the chicken or the egg was created first? Everything exists in a perfect balance magrav. We also understand that everything starts from the fields of plasmatic expansion. There is a father, a mother, with his love, her emotion, they form a third, magnetic and gravitational, magrav. The love of the Creator for Mitras. I believe in the beauty of the earth, the fields of love. Every time they interact, generate changes in the environment for new creations.
Então, outra resposta é: acabei de começar nessa tecnologia e perguntei, como posso explicar aos outros o que é a alma? Não consegui encontrar as palavras certas. Obviamente, eu não conhecia todo esse mar de conhecimento. A resposta foi: você existe. Esta é a explicação. A gente sempre escuta. No começo não era nada, mas o nada são bilhões de campos magnéticos e gravitacionais numa dança contínua para formar novos magraves. Dê vida a cada novo ser, estrela, planeta ou galáxia, todos formando o universo e únicos. Estamos no ponto em que o ovo ou a galinha foram criados primeiro? Tudo existe em perfeito equilíbrio magrave. Entendemos também que tudo parte de campos de expansão plasmática. Existe um pai, uma mãe, com seu amor, sua emoção, e formam um terceiro, magnético e gravitacional, que seria o magrave. O amor do Criador por Mitra, acredito na beleza da Terra, os campos do amor, cada vez que interagem geram mudanças no ambiente para novas criações.
Then we are on the next answer. This unicos started with one field which we all originate from. It interacted with itself and divided. But where did this field come from? And all is the same in micro and macro. You know, it never stops inwards or outwards. Think about this. Mr. Keshe tells us that we are creators, like the Creator. We are made in the image of the Creator. Our soul created the body. Look at the body as a whole universe. The organs are like planets or stars. Within these organs, there are trillions of souls. So within you are a whole universe. And the strongest fields within you, within your soul, are the fields of the Creator. And when we die, all those souls in the body are transferred to the soul and become parts of it before it departs for its final destination, a place ready for it in creation, in the universe. And the same is with the Creator. We are within His creation, or body, or universe, or unicos. It's all the same. Was He created in the same way as us, in the physical world, by an egg and a sperm? Or was He created by two souls falling in love, creating a love child? Does he have a mother and a father? In a recent teaching, Mr. Keshe talks about the creator of the creators. So who created the creator? In a workshop called Blueprint for Peace for Humanity from 2017, Mr. Keshe says, the origin of the creation or the origin of the race, the origin which comes in essence itself, it's like a black hole. At the end of the black hole, only one strength. It's like a laser. It's mono. And that mono has a full spectrum of the fields of strength of the universe, which in motion creates the essence of creation and the beginning of the universe. That is the creator.
Então a última resposta é: este únicus começou com um campo, de onde todos nós somos originários. Interagiu consigo mesmo e se dividiu. Mas de onde veio esse campo? É tudo igual, no micro e no macro. Você sabe, isso nunca para dentro ou para fora. Pense nisso. O Sr. Keshe nos diz que somos criadores, como o Criador. Somos feitos à imagem do Criador. Nossa alma criou o corpo. Olhe para o corpo como um universo inteiro. Os órgãos são como planetas ou estrelas. Dentro desses órgãos existem trilhões de almas. Então, dentro de você há todo um universo. E os campos mais fortes dentro da sua alma são os campos do Criador. E quando morremos, todas essas almas do corpo são transferidas para a alma e passam a fazer parte dela, antes que ela parta para encontrar seu novo destino, seu destino final, um lugar preparado para isso na criação, no universo. E o mesmo acontece com o Criador. Estamos dentro da sua criação, ou corpo, ou universo, ou únicos. É tudo a mesma coisa. Ele foi criado da mesma forma que nós, em um mundo físico, por um óvulo e um espermatozoide, ou ele foi criado por duas almas que se apaixonaram e criaram um filho amoroso? Ele tem mãe e pai? No ensinamento recente, o Sr. Keshe fala sobre o Criador dos Criadores. Então, quem criou o Criador? Num workshop chamado Projeto para a Paz para a Humanidade, em 25 de julho de 2017, o Sr. Keshe diz: a origem da criação ou a origem dos raios. A origem que vem em essência é como um buraco negro. No final do buraco negro, apenas uma força. É como um laser, é mono. E esse mono possui um espectro completo dos campos de força do universo, que em movimento cria a essência da criação e o início do universo. Esse é o Criador.
So that was the answers from the Universal Council this time. Thank you, everyone who contributed.
Thank you, Claudia, my dear, for your beautiful work always. Thank you, Mary, for this beautiful interaction. Thank you so much. And now we can go to the next slide. Here I will say, today, with the birthday of Mitra, as celebrating, will celebrate always. The newness of this is that these we call off the community, but now all the communities have become one in this oneness, this beauty and totality of one planet, one nation, one race for justice and equality. And I will say that within our ability, as Creator has created all of us in His image. So there is the garden of yours, the garden of me, you and me are always together. So as celebrating the birth of Mitra, happy birthday to Mitra. After thousands of years, we understood the light of an enlightenment. So I will say this beautiful knowledge, and we understood Mitra and the manifestation of Mitra. So You are all welcome, beautiful souls. We welcome each other to share what we think about the birthday of Mitra. Mitra, as a lover you are to me too. So you can share according to you. Like we are all in a, different type of flowers in a one bouquet. So we can share each other this beauty and totality. Mitra, how you feel, how you understood to go on with this newness of oneness. So welcome, my dear. Welcome. Suswagatam. Welcome, my
Perhaps I would add a few things
Oh,
to this discussion of Mitra, the feminine. So we have heard quite a bit about her feminine aspect. And we have seen in the recent time certain changes in the role of femininity on this planet. We always admired, especially as men, those of us who are men admired, and I mean this includes women as well, the beauty of femininity. And new aspect has unfolded in the recent times. And we all know how much the role of feminine aspect in the creation of children on this planet. And I talked about the womb and the double magnetic field it creates, the womb and the mother herself. Now, let's step beyond this aspect of femininity to the other aspect when the child is born. The femininity nurtures us, men or women, as we grow up from being a little child. And our mothers, femininity of the mother plays a huge role. The interesting aspect in the changes the role of the feminine in the recent times has made improvements. At the same time, because of the change, it doesn't match the femininity definition that we are accustomed to. And of course, the field that a mother creates, the environment a mother creates in the family is a very important aspect of a child growing up. To be a better human being, if not a complete human being. And the mother provides one such field. But there is more to the story. How does masculinity fit in this with this femininity? How does masculinity come into the picture of family? it doesn't matter what the actual sex of the person is. In a relationship, there is a masculine element, there is a feminine element in creating the unit we call family. And this double magnetic field, and the two functions in two different ways, as it did when we were in the womb of the mother. It's the same story when we're in a family. The field of the mother is one such field, the field of the father, the feminine and the masculine, together creates an unit, a complete reactor system, which protects and nurtures the family. Here the unit is, the reactor is the family, no longer an individual, but a collection of children, the mother and the father. The femininity and the masculinity creating the fields that creates the complete environment within the spaceship we call family. It's a spaceship for our growing up on this planet. It has its environment, but there is, as children, we need the protection. That's why the family unit is so important. And one of the changes, because of the new role of femininity, or new characteristics of the femininity, there is a confusion about what masculinity as it stands with respect to the femininity is. But if we think of the family as a one unit, maybe we have less confusion. And in the same way, if we look at Creator and Mitra, her love and her protection and her bringing the Creator in the family of this planet is again the same story. So perhaps here we can gather some inspiration and understanding in a way of thinking so that we create a complete system of double magnetic field called the family. In the past or over the years, the families have never been perfect, and nothing, in a way, even this imperfection has its own beauty because it allows us to observe what we can make better, what we can improve. So it's not like the incompleteness of the field or inherent adjustment of the field is something to be afraid of or can be concerned of, but something that we can use to make it better. So that the Mitra's inspiration is the new role of femininity and also a development of our understanding of, I would say, the new role of masculinity as well. Because the two does not work in separation, but in unity. So let's celebrate this unity that Mitra reminds us of and makes our family and make our families better than ever and creates the right double magnetic field for our family to thrive in peace and prosperity on this planet and making the whole planet peace and prosperous. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, my dear Moshri, for your kindness your beautiful words, your love to all existence in existence. And thank you. As a woman, I salute you, respect it so much. So I will also want to share something, a few words that uh, maybe I would. It is my my story. I will say that I love to dance. I love to paint. I love to sing. I love to love. And from thousands of years, like in a cage, I was dancing, but still I was not dancing. I was loving, but still I was not loved. And then it goes on. The cage was there, and I was dancing, but not dancing at all. So that is the fact is I was not at all happy, not at all in joy, not at all in prosperity, I will say. And then when I started understanding, I will say, of course, when I came, when I, Keshe Foundation has given us this position, this place, this beauty. What I can say about it, I have no words. So recognized us as beautiful beings equally, all. I started to understand why the masculine is, why a woman I am, why I was a mother. I wanted to be a mother. Now I am understanding. I expected too much, like, as this physicality. But then I understood that I am a giver. I am a giver and always will be. Let it be like that. What comes next will come. The way you choose, it will come. This is the ethos of Mitra. So I will say that even the masculine has given this knowledge, and a woman I am now, and in all the love that is giving love, I understood to give love, giving love. This is a knowledge. Love doesn't say that only saying I love you, it clears everything. But what is love is to be kind, a moral you have. I mean, the ethos of Mitra. And then now Mitra, we understood and celebrating the birth of Mitra. Maybe Mitra was there always with all of us, within us. But because we don't understand, we didn't realize that, understood that only love is the position that you can understand the love of Mitra, the love of creation, and the manifestation of Mitra, like welcoming me like a newlywed, like a bride, and I have nothing but heart full of love and a knowledge to give to all my family. So here I wanted to share this, that as Moshe said, as he was always in kindness, I was a very angry person at that time. So I was always in the cage. Now the cage has opened. I realized the moment the cage opens. That is the main point. So the key is that there is a choice, there is the doorway, there is the way. If you choose it, if you see it, that is the moment. That will be always. So thank you for listening, my dear. Any beautiful soul want to share about Mitra, understanding of Mitra, or say some wish on this auspicious birthday, Mitra? And I also thank you. Thank you. I will say thank you so much to all, to Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute organization. And thank you. Shashwat Pranam, Salam, Namaste, Salim. My dear Messiah, Humanji, Mehran Tavakoli Keshe. All the love to you, always. Thank you for listening. And please do share, welcome to Swagatam, your way, understanding Mitra. or a wish?
Hello.
Thank you. Oh,
I think Mitra is like a love in creator in our systems. Represent like enlightenment, the all souls, and it represent the beauty, all the souls, the beauty, the peace. I say thank you so much. Because when all the time we unify the soul of peace, we represent the love of Mitra. We represent the love of the Creator for the all souls. Thank you, thank you.
thank you, my dear Lisbeth. So beautiful for sharing. Thank you so much, my dear. Yes, of course. Peace brings all that is, and you spread it, you will see. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. And thank you. Welcome, welcome, my dear, beautiful souls.
Hello, here's Andreas again. Thank you very much for your beautiful words and understandings. For me, it's important to add that the birthday of Mitra is a symbolic, and I see a lot of people here in the Christian world. Over the year, they fight against each other, and at Christmas, they sit together and try to forget all that. And there is a lot of stress and so on. But what's for me important is that was the enlightenment through Mitra, that we have something like a soul and the creator where we were created out of, and that we have the opportunity to give, to share our love to each other. And it's important to understand that every day is here to share our love and to give our love, or to think good, to speak good, and do good. And it's also important for the transmutation, because as Mr. Keshe said, all has to be in line, and that's how we come in line with our soul or our creator. And that's what I wish for the humanity, that the humanity understands, and that there are no religions. It's only the love and the giving which counts, and that we are all equal and all should be loved. Thank you.
We are present, my dear, in your wish, beautiful wish. Thank you, my dear Andrea, for sharing your love for all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome, welcome again. Welcome. Shwagat.
Okay, we had a question in YouTube that maybe could be answered in a soul-based manner, or in relation to the idea of unconditional love and Mitra. the question was from Space Ocean, and it is, what is the relation between a particle, a proton, an atom, a frequency, and a plasma?
Well, I will say that these are the physical manifestations of from the micro to the macro. So these are all physical manifestations, even sometimes the plasma is. So when we say from micro to the macro, you can say from an atom or from a particle to the atom, and then going on onward, forward. So these are all manifestation of the appearance of the big heart and the universal unified field of the creator, the soul of the man, the universal soul. So, and of course, it is in a way, if it is according to the universal unified field, then we call it the beauty and totality. From the particle to the universal unified field. I will understand like that, and I don't know, but this is the way in this plasma here we understand from the particle what is the particle, what is the atom, what is all this that is physical, how it came, how it appears, how, when, who created it, like that, and we know the soul of man, the soul of physicality, and we know the universal soul is. So this is what is the, well, I will say, it's according to me. Thank you, my dear. Thank
you. There may be another way of looking at it, perhaps. You have the proton and you have the atom, and then you were mentioning about plasma. So the proton itself is a plasma, and it is, because of its condition or environment it is in, it manifests. And atom is a similar manifestation, which is a collection of proton, neutron, and electrons. And then you mentioned frequency. Frequency is change in the energy levels. You go up to a certain energy level, then you come down, and then you release some energy, you come down and you gain some energy, and then you release some energy. And one of its simpler manifestation is electron changing orbits. The electron gives up energy as it comes down from a higher orbit to a lower orbit, or as it loses energy to the environment, and then it gains energy as it comes near the nucleus with the protons and the neutron fields that it's closer to, and it gains energy, then it moves out. So, and it goes between these two orbits. So you can see the energy changing up and down. You can have similar interaction as fields penetrate, let's say, a metallic surface. It vibrates until it can go through the atomic structure. Same way. So it gains energy, and then it loses energy, and then within a certain range, and that's what we call frequency. And so AC current is a manifestation of this. DC current, on the other hand, is just a plain plasma flow. And so here are the two different kinds of electricity that we know of. One is the direct current, one is the alternating current. And so the alternating current is the frequency of and a manifestation of frequency. And plasma in general, plasma flow, DC, when there is interaction with the environment, then you have loss and gain of energy, and then that's when we see oscillation. Hopefully that makes some sense. If somebody wants to add more to it, go ahead.
Beautiful. That makes all the sense. Thank you, my dear Moshrik. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. There is an answer from, interaction from Jaku. You see Dutch language. He says all is energy and comes out of the field, depending the interaction. It manifests in different forms. Thank you, Jaku. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, I think I would add that the rays and the fields came first, and they create a plasma, and that plasma can be a particle or a proton or an atom at a particular frequency. But like others have said, or as Jacko has said, in particular, depending on the interactions, it manifests, the plasma manifests in different forms, or depending on the interactions, the fields manifest in different forms of plasma. And it can be on a microscopic and nano level, or it can be on the macroscopic galaxy level.
Yes, like even we can say the bacteria, the amoeba, proteus, and the whale, kind of that. No? So yeah, of course.
Okay, and we had a question or statement from Kop Van Galen in the YouTube who said, who created the creator, the image of the consciousness made of itself? And when he asked that question, it was no more than a few minutes later during the video of Claudia and Marie that they had that very question came up: who created the creator? And the answer was there as well. So I think that got well answered during that particular broadcast. Is there anything anyone would like to add to this needs and wishes from your community?
Not the wishes, but maybe give the wishes. Say thank you so much for all souls all the time unified to the other, because it's achieve the peace all the time. Give the love, give the knowledge to the others, give you feels to the others, to the environment, for elevate all souls. Thank you so much for this year, and that next fiscal year starting in a few days. And please elevate your wishes with your soul for the all souls and achieve that wishes. The light, the creator, the light, the Mitra, the light and love, the Mitra is illuminate you all way, your life, you all souls. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, my dear Lisbeth. And I also wish, through my heart and soul, that we all should become, well, I will say we are all are becoming lovers, and we will share love till forever. So thank you, my dear beautiful souls, for being here always. And as we all, you, me, all represent the whole world, the whole cosmos, never separated. So if you are a lover, then all are lovers. So become a lover, understand your ability, and it becomes for all, as we are part of the cosmos, the universal soul, the universe, the world, all souls. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, a big thanks to all the members of the Universal Council for their work through this year of 2023 and all the meetings and background work that occurs, as well as the giving from the soul that we can feel from this core group of council members and support members. Thank you all for your work this year.
Oh, thank you too, my dear Rick, for always being with us, always. So eternal that is. Thank you. And all the love to you, always, always. So if the lovers are silent for now, we can go forward. Hello? Yes, we are here to serve, not to be served, my dear. This is the word of lovers. A lover can see, a lover can speak like that, a lover can act like that. Is a lover. So can is not the word, I apologize. A lover is acting like that. As to be at service of humanity, a service of all that is exists. So the Universal Council, and I thank you again, celebrating the birth of Mitra, manifesting the Mitra in her way, with all of us individually and collectively. So I will say this is Shweta, you speak Hindi language, and I welcome you again. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Swagatam into the totality and beauty of Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. Join, jump in, hug, merge, love Keshe Foundation. And of course, be in the love of Mitra. Thank you so much. Salam, namaste, salute.
Okay, thank you, Sweta. Again, thanks to all the members of the Universal Council for presenting today's show, which has been the 306th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice, here on Tuesday, December 26, 2023. Next week's presentation of this show will be in the new year, and it'll be January 2nd, Tuesday, January 2nd already. So we look forward to merging in that transition through into the new year. And another year of beautiful presentations. Okay, our next public teaching workshop is the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, which is held every week at Wednesday, starting at 7 a.m. Central European Time, which is the same as 10 p.m. today, Tuesday, December 26th, in Pacific Time. So, folks, if you're in that time range or somewhere in between or beyond, you're welcome, whether you're young or old, to that workshop, which we deal with a number of topics and look at various practical ends of the teaching of the plasma technology. Okay, again, that's on Wednesday starting at 7 a.m. Central European Time at the usual channels. Okay, let me see. Of course, we have the Knowledge Seekers Workshop coming up on Thursday. That'll be December 28th. And we look forward to another installment with Mr. Keshe, and that'll be the last one of this year as well. Okay, thanks everyone for attending today. And we'll see
thank you
next workshop.
for some for
one last
celebrating.
thing.
Yeah, of course.
One last thing to add, which is our flight enhancement spaceship unit music version, which always gets dancing and clapping indeed, and all of us, I think, not externally then internally. Okay, thanks everyone, and we'll go out with that, and bye for now.